Welcome back, welcome back. We are the Antifreeze Podcast, and this is episode 3. I got my two co-hosts with me,
Miss T, what it do, y'all?
Until the realist.
and I'm Mickey22. And T, what is our first topic for today?
Alright, y'all. Just to say happy beautiful Saturday. I almost said Sunday, forgive me. Okay, the
Words.
first I know, right? The first topic is should an anime continue with the kids or end with the parent?
Should an anime continue with end with the kids or continue with the parents, or did I say it backwards?
You said it backwards. Continue with the children, like okay, the parents did their job. Now it's the children that we follow, kind of like Naruto Shippuden to Boruto.
Okay. Should an anime continue on with the next generation, or should they just end with the previous generation? What y'all think?
I mean, we got Boruto, so that's just my answer in a nutshell.
But that's not a yes or a no.
I'm sure like Boruto is kind of. I
I,
mean, they just not getting into Boruto's story because
I'm
at first it wasn't it Naruto again.
Yeah, because I mean, like, people have had real mixed reviews with Boruto. Some people like it. The majority of the opinions I done heard on it is that folks just hate it, say it's terrible. But I mean, that's kind of really the best example you really can give with like anime with the next generation.
Hmm.
But I like Boruto. I've kept up with it since like the first episode. I'm not gonna lie, and I do like it, but I do have my ups and downs about it sometimes because um, it was in like one particular episode where Kakashi was like, "This generation is not how it was back then." Because if they were to like get into another war, them children wouldn't be ready.
But is that like really a bad thing? No, ain't that the point of making progress in
Peace.
the generations?
Yeah. I thought it was supposed to reach actual peace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I don't think having 12-year-olds that are ready to go fight a war is really a good thing.
Exactly.
it's not just that. I mean, I like it how it's progressing so far, especially like Boruto with this new power and stuff like that. It's just I don't know. I'm just ready for that time skip. Maybe that's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for the time skip to see like where it goes from there.
See,
All right,
here's
let's hold on. Let me put it in perspective for y'all how we finna see this in the future. All right. Let's say uh let's say Titan. Okay, cool. We didn't get to the point where they have finally got off the island and they reached main shore back to where they came. Okay, cool. Then starting a couple generations later, we got Titan New Beginning. We'll call it that. And now they
Wait,
going on a whole new segment for next generation of young like young people end up having to go through traumatizing situations to where they end up unleashing their Titan again.
well, what would be the main reason behind them doing Titan stuff? Because Aaron is finna commit genocide. What would be the point?
To rebuild to rebuild basically I say to rebuild the life of Titan because at first they were.
Why? Because he's finna kill off everybody.
I
Not
know.
on the
But think about it.
island, but I'm.
Think about it. If he kill off all the ones that's right now and then start up a new clan for him, kind
But
of
that
send that
makes
way,
no
whichever
sense.
he can kind of send it whichever way he wanted. Because think about it, they were useful at one point in time before they just went completely fucking rogue.
It wouldn't be no use for them. If Aaron kills off everybody, he won't need no new generation. That's it. It ends with him. If they don't kill him first, it ends with him. Now, if they do kill Aaron and the new generation starts up, then yeah, I can see where the generation picks up like where Aaron left off. I can see that. But if they don't kill Aaron, then it's like it is what it is. That's
Mm.
why like the only thing we can really base it off of is Boruto because I can't see Bleach, doing the next generation type of thing. And I heard at one point Fairy Tail was gonna do it, but it wouldn't serve no purpose.
That's the point. Do if they continue to do this for the next link, how many more people are how many more generation they gonna jump down?
I mean,
Because
Because
most
I
of the
feel like
time,
not.
most of the time they only go with like two generations. Like they don't do the whole third and fourth generation. Cause like after Boruto ends, like that'll basically be the end of the Naruto IP as a whole. Cause like here's like I feel like with like when they do stuff like this, people are like way more impatient with the next generation show, because like from episode one of Boruto, people just been wanting like it just like get straight to the point. Like from episode one, people just been wanting Boruto get straight to the point, just get straight to the action. No, damn near like no character building or whatever. But now it's like like people basically like like Boruto terrible, Boruto trash and all that. But it's like I would be telling T sometimes it's like I feel like people wouldn't be watching Boruto for Boruto. They basically would just be watching Boruto just to see what happens with Naruto and them next. Cause like
mm,
if Boruto, like if the new Naruto show wasn't about Boruto and just about Naruto and them as adults, then way more people would watch it and say that it's better. But I feel like if
True.
but I feel like it like if you are gonna do a next generation show, it just has to be like a solid foolproof plan of like okay like this is where the story ended with like this is like the story ended where with Naruto and after they defeated Kaguya, and this is where it starts with Boruto, and it needs to have like a clear defined path so that it won't get all messy and shit.
mm,
Cause like
That's
next
what I'm.
huh.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say like a next generation show can be done well. It just has to. It's just you have little room for error with a next generation show, especially with Naruto too.
Well, I just feels like for that, I put it like this: for certain animes, if you can do the next generation, do it right. And if not, let it end with the first generation, like the parents, and just end it right there on a high note.
that's it. Could you see One Piece going into the next generation?
Honestly, I wouldn't
Um,
be fucking surprised if they did.
Oh
I
no!
would
better
not be
not.
fucking
One Piece better
surprised.
not. One Piece better not. You better kill it with Luffy. You better kill it with
But I
Luffy.
mean,
That's
see,
all I'ma tell you.
you gotta
They
think about
already
it.
did it
You gotta think about it. It's like if
because technically Luffy and them is the second generation.
yeah, I was just about to say
Yeah,
that.
but
Like,
I don't want
cause
to see that third generation either.
but you gotta think about it. Like technically, like the first generation was Luffy dad and like his brother and shit, and he
Yeah,
technically the second generation. So I wouldn't be like people have watched 1,000 some episodes of One Piece now. I wouldn't be shocked if they announced like One Piece the next generations or some shit, and like Luffy got a son or whatever, and like
people.
and Luffy
Because
get
Okay,
already
you know
killed.
what?
it's crazy because they done
I
read
walks
Naruto with it.
away. I walks away. What if like his generation picks up where he left off and they go try to find One Piece? I'm gonna be so fucking done. I'm gonna be
Nah,
like,
it
just
They
you
can't.
know
I
what
was
it'll
just saying they
be.
can't do that.
You know what it'll be? It'll be like Luffy has a kid and they do a time skip, but like Luffy gets killed or some shit by like a rogue like pirate group or some shit, and they like take over the capital or some shit, and his son gotta like reclaim it or some shit like that. I promise you it'll be like that.
this some bullshit. This just like Aang versus Kara,
Korra.
Yeah.
Kara, whatever. We all know we prefer the last Airbender versus her.
But that's completely different though.
Mm,
That's completely different. But
Maybe
I mean, like, I guess we could put that into this, like, cause that's technically the next generation.
next generation.
Yeah, it's the second Avatar. I mean, it's the next Avatar. So.
Yeah, but like it
Yeah,
had the potential to be really good. I just feel like they didn't know what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah,
Cause like with
I
the last
mean because
Airbender,
that was just awful.
yeah, cause like with the last Airbender, like they had a clear, concise story, but with Korra, it was like they was kind of all over the place.
Because they didn't know. Like, I get, my thing was her sexuality. I was like, oh, okay, so she likes boys and girls. Okay, cool, whatever.
and
It was just the ending episode for me. I was like, what the fuck? What is
that's,
going on here? I'm a little bit lost. Somebody help me understand this fuckery.
that's what happened when they tried to make it relatable for modern time.
You know what I mean? Like
But you didn't.
it was a lot of problems with Korra that's like that just wasn't in the last Airbender. Like the thing the
And
thing about the last Airbender, thing about Korra that really kind of messed it up. She never had like a clear, concise villain like they did in the last Airbender. Cause like it even in like the very beginning of the series that you had like the dude who could like take people bending away, and like you would
hmm
think that that would be like the main villain of the whole series, but like by like the
nope.
end of like the first or second season, like he's already defeated and shit. But I'm like,
And they already flipped to a whole nother dude.
yeah, and I'm like in the last series, like that was like like that like he would have been the main villain the whole time, just like Ozai was. But like she had like two, three,
And
four villains.
then
But yeah, that's what just like, they made it lead up to like he was just the main one that she was gonna have to deal with.
I
Yeah,
would have took that. I would have took that like, okay, I'm fine. Like how Aang had to fight like I was Zuko, and then that general and stuff like that that was leading up to Ozai. I would have took that in that. But you defeated him real quick, and then now you have to battle the spirits and all this. I didn't have to do none of this stuff.
hmm
yeah, and
That's why I said,
like it was a proper build up to Ozai, because like we didn't even see his face until the end of the series. But like Korra, like Korra's villains were kind of like Power Ranger villains. Like it was like episodic villains, cause like she would beat one villain, then the next season she would beat another villain, and then the next season she would fight another villain. It's like they didn't really mean anything, cause she would just beat them in like 1 to 2 seasons. So like they didn't have the
Yep.
same impact as like
maybe
Ozai.
maybe they did have Power Ranger writers come in and be like, oh, we're gonna do this. Maybe nobody would notice.
I can see it. They kicked down the door and shit just started exploding behind them.
I mean, like it makes sense, cause
Exactly.
like it makes sense, cause that's how they did it in Power Rangers. Like it really makes sense. Like they would have a different villain like every episode. I don't know, that
hmm
like next generation shows are always kind of tricky, but like it can be done. It's just like really, really hard to do it right, and few have done it right. Cause I think the one that I do like is was the Young Justice show on Cartoon Network. That was one that was done
Yes,
right.
yes, I agree because he had like a lot of drama in it. You had folks like bonding like relationships. You had like character deaths that meant something. Like you had each character going through their own trial. Like what's her name? She fell in love with Wally. I forgot her name.
I can't remember
And
either.
like when she died, like not when she died, when Wally died, she went through something. Cause she was like so in love with Wally, she went through something, and like you don't see that often.
hmm
Like, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you don't see that kind of character going through like pain and loss and grief
Yeah.
like that, and have to realize like Wally's never coming back, and I am literally heartbroken.
Yeah.
That's why I love.
The emotion.
Yeah, that's why I love Young Justice because that was like a real. It hit home.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
hit to a. it hit a lot of people like dang, these children are going through this, and they're not even adults yet, but they're actually going through what most adults and like young adults go through. Like,
Kind of like Teen
wow,
Titans.
pretty much.
It's basically like Teen Titans. Like that's what I like when I was watching the show. I was like, it's basically like a prequel of Teen Titans almost.
Almost.
Almost but they would be. It was similar shit in Teen Titans too, cause like they would be going through, some like real crazy shit, but they would be like 15 or something like that.
Hmm.
Like that episode where Starfire was the subject of racism. Like I
Yeah,
I felt it. I felt it
True. Or had Beast
because
Boy had to go through terrorist death.
true.
pretty much.
Or Robin's whole cycle when he was Red X and Slaves to
And
Apprentice and everything.
his multi personality.
Yeah,
And Cyborg still struggling to cope with the fact that he's half robot, half man. You know.
yeah,
That's the
So
development of a character to where you feel when you grow with them, you feel what they feel.
true.
exactly. So are we all in agreement that should the anime continue with the next generation, or should they stop with the first or second generation?
I say start with the first. Let it end when it has a good ending, or at least it has a good story to where it ends.
I'm gonna say the same thing as Zell saying, like, especially when it comes down to like a lot of times, like a next generation show isn't needed. It's not needed to progress the story anymore because the story doesn't need to progress anymore. So I say just stop with the first generation.
Say if you can do it right, then proceed. But if you know it ended on a good note with the first or second generation, end it right there and just like let it roll. So we all in agreement on it.
I agree.
Mhm. I agree.
Alright then. For our next topic, y'all, what movies should DC make to put them back on the map? Now, I say they got the Batman right. For those who went out there and saw the Batman,
Mhm.
they got that right. What movies do y'all think would be putting them on the map just like to like overpower a little bit of Marvel?
You
We
are.
all know what we're looking for.
What
We
would
all
that
know
be?
it was supposed to have been given, but they took their time and delayed it so long. But now I say it could it could bring them back if they do it right. A Static Shock movie. We all know this.
I don't know about that one.
Why not
Mm,
Like you talking about live action or animated?
live action?
I don't
Because
know about live action.
if we get the anime, it's gonna be just like Miles Morales. That's what it's gonna give that feel.
Nah. Like,
not
here's the thing
really.
though. Here's the thing though. Who is gonna play Static Shock?
That's we I lo- we ain't got no good young actors.
Like it's none that we know of because like if you are gonna do a live action animated of Static Shock, which would I would assume be like a reboot of it, it would have to be perfect because like we haven't
It,
seen Static Shock since the 2000s and like it's
there have to be
no
no
And
point in it.
it's
and then you have to introduce this new generation to Static Shock because this generation right here don't know nothing about Static Shock or the original like Teen Titans or anything like that.
True that.
Cause like I feel like if they were to do a new Static Shock movie, I would prefer it to be animated because of like I don't know who they could get to play Static Shock in a real life version of it. So I would prefer an animated movie, honestly.
Yeah.
But like I was gonna say if they could, if they do this right, it would put them on the map. And I done told T this I don't know how many times. If they could do a good Teen Titans movie, it would it would revive DC entirely. Like, cause you have so many opportunities with that. You could tell the origin stories of Robin, Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, Beast Boy, and like they've never had their own standalone movies before. So it's like it would be brand new. So I feel like if they could do a Teen Titans movie right, especially with their origin stories, it would
Yes.
revive them instantly.
Okay, y'all see how they tried to do with the new Young Justice? Like it's like a separate group of heroes away from the Young Justice we know. I feel like if they would have actually ran with not the A team of Young Justice, but the B team and gave a little bit more depth to their story,
Yeah,
it could have did well. Because we know all the main heroes from uh, Young Justice, but we know there's more than just them though.
that's true. It's the same thing with Teen Titans because, like, you could do Teen Titans, and then if that does well and it's done right, you can do Teen Titans East, and like it's a lot more
True.
heroes over there too. And
Or do
then
it like they did with Power Rangers, where they brought each one of them together after a certain amount of episodes.
yeah, and then like it. Then my main thing is with Teen Titans is they do it right. They could bring Slade to the big screen. That's my
They
main thing. Cause Slade was one of the best villains on. He was like one of the best parts of that show.
he was. I said
You gotta
he
love
was a
Slade.
damn good villain.
He
Like out of all
was.
the writing for villains, he held good fucking momentum on his shit.
Even when he died and came back, he was still a good villain.
That even added more to his character because then we were like, oh shit, he came back. This nigga that badass, he came back.
And that's what I'm
But
saying. Go ahead, T.
I was gonna say, well, if they did do a live action, if they did, I like everybody has seen the Teen Titans show, like the live action show. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I seen a couple of episodes. I wasn't that big on it, but I give it its props in its own way. I just didn't care for season one. The dude that they have playing Robin, I can actually see him because he looks like a Robin.
Mm.
I can see him on the big screen playing like his character Robin. But if you don't want that, it's plenty of other actors out there. If they ever decide to do it live action, make sure you get the right person.
That's true because like it's so much potential with it because they could really do it justice of like I would feel like they would need to do it like they would need to like have their origin stories done first like release a Robin origin story movie then Cyborg Raven Starfire then Beast Boy and then have the movie where they all come together and like form the Teen Titans and shit like I feel like that would be like a really good way to like introduce them separately so then when they come together everybody will know who they are and it'll basically be the formation of the Teen Titans, and then you can go from there.
And then you can lead up to like Slade and lead up to Trigon.
Yeah, cause like honestly, a couple of them could have like 2 or 3 movies by themselves, if we're being honest. Cause
True.
like, cause
Like
like,
Starfire versus Blackfire.
yeah, like Starfire could have like at least like 2 movies, and like the second one could be where she fights Blackfire. Cause like I feel like they really could like make like at least 2 movies out of that. I feel like Raven could have maybe like 2 movies, maybe Robin would probably have the most. Cause I
It depends.
Because if you,
go ahead, go ahead.
because like I was going to say, because like it can lead to like him being in the circus, him being Bruce Wayne, and him going off on his own, or just like him becoming Nightwing later?
Well,
Mm,
the Robin that was in the Teen Titans show he went on to become Nightwing, so it would have to be that Robin.
mhm.
But I was gonna say I don't know if they're gonna do this, but it would be cool if they did to lead up to it. In the sequel to the Batman, you could introduce Robin that way, so that like maybe if they do like a third Batman, that could be the one where he leaves Batman and goes to Jump City, and then you give Robin his own movie that way, and you start the Teen Titans stuff from there. Kind of like how Marvel did, like they different phases with their different heroes. You go phase one with their origin stories,
Phase
then
two.
phase two and all that. DC could do that. They just have to do it right.
True.
Because I'm not gonna lie, because we all seen the new Batman with Robert Pattinson in it. They did that right for me.
They did, but they have to keep the momentum though. That's the problem.
They have to, because I feel like that movie alone put them somewhat on the map. Because I mean, Robert Pattinson was a good Batman because you didn't see Bruce Wayne throughout the whole movie. You saw Batman, and then you made his villain serious.
My question for that is, how many times can they run to that though? How many fucking Batmans are we gonna have before?
But if they do it right, because this is the only Batman where we saw Batman, we didn't see Bruce Wayne. We didn't see him like have time to be Bruce Wayne, the playboy billionaire. We saw him as Batman, this ruthless detective trying to get to the point. Like we saw that. You don't see that much in Batman movies.
I told T this one time before. The Batman movies before this one were Bruce Wayne movies and not Batman movies.
True.
Because all the other Batman movies were way more focused on the Bruce Wayne side of things instead of the Batman side of things. And plus, those were mainly action movies and not detective movies. This was a detective movie. Like he had fight scenes in this one, yeah, but it wasn't nearly as many as like The Dark Knight, where he was fighting like every 3 seconds.
True.
Cause I feel like if they can like the only thing with DC is that they have to keep up the momentum. Like they can't let the momentum die down because they let it die down again, then everybody's just gonna be waiting on the next Marvel movie. Cause like if they can keep up this momentum and like keep doing what they've been doing, then they'll surpass Marvel.
And
Cause half of their catalog is still animated and not in live action. If they can put out some great live action movies of their heroes and villains, then they'll easily take over Marvel. Like they'll easily do it, cause we've had Marvel
there,
forever.
because they can really, in a sense, dominate Marvel if they keep up with everything, because they have more heroes and more villains than Marvel,
True that.
in my opinion. In my opinion, like I don't know, I could be wrong, but I really feel like DC has more characters than Marvel. But then again, like Marvel can have 1,000 characters. So, like I said, I don't know. I do my research on it later.
For
But I
me,
really, what you was gonna say, Z?
for me, if they were to give me one superhero to actually, I say for one that could put them back on the map, Batgirl. I ain't even gonna cap.
Oh, I
I
don't
ain't even
know.
gonna.
Barbara,
I don't know.
Batgirl, Barbara.
I don't know.
Mm, she is like the Black Widow of DC
I mean, so
because
is Batman, but
No, no, he
no,
not. No, he not. No,
no,
he not. No,
no,
he not.
no! Don't you do that.
The
What I
only
was finna
reason that
say
the
is,
only reason they've gotten away with this many Batman movies with different Batmans is because he's so popular.
but you can't. It's like did with Marvel. Did we
like
really need a Black Widow movie? Did we
So,
really need to see what she was doing while she was gone? Because as much as we love Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, she really didn't need her own movie.
so let me ask you this: would y'all go see another Catwoman though?
No.
Honestly, no. Like some heroes and villains, like some heroes and villains do not need their own movie because they're just not that popular. They're just not that popular, and it won't do it.
And
Because if DC was to announce today that the girl who played Catwoman in the Batman was gonna have her own movie, everybody would be like, why? Like, cause what for? Cause we like
because
Catwoman doesn't need her own 2 hour long movie because who is she gonna fight? Who? Why is she fighting them for? And what's the point?
and to put some on that, like Batgirl already got her own TV series where she's trying to find her cousin Bruce Wayne. So, that's enough for me right there.
Yeah,
Batgirl,
I forgot about
that's
that.
enough. She got her own TV show, so that's enough as it is. She don't need her own movie. That's like if Black Widow had her own TV series like Disney be doing with like Hawkeye and stuff like that. I can see that because I can watch that. But her having her own movie, it really didn't have no purpose because you could have turned that into like the mini little series that they got where she finds her sister. Because we all know her background story. So
You want to know where
you,
DC really fucked up? But this is also a movie that could revive them if they do it right and get the right people to do it.
what?
The Justice League,
Oh God.
Uh,
because I watched that Justice League movie, and I also used to watch the Justice League cartoon. The cartoon is leaps and bounds. It's way fucking better than the movie.
It really is Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, the anime series. Yeah, but that
Cause,
movie,
cause
that was awful.
the movie just wasn't it. The girl who played Wonder Woman is not it for me. Like that was one of my
I
main
her.
things. She's not it for me. She doesn't give me the Wonder Woman vibes from Justice League cartoon. She does not
Well,
give
that
me her vibes.
well, that's cartoon versus live action.
But even
We
just
ain't
the
going
way
off.
that she portrays her, like she doesn't portray that Wonder Woman to me.
Me, I love her as Wonder Woman.
I
She is it
don't.
for me.
I
She is it for me.
don't.
I love her
Zara, what you
Sean,
think?
because
Zara, what you
she
think?
didn't hold, she did not hold that well. It was what it was is that she played the character, but it was lacking. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't feel it. It was like she was more like role playing than actual acting.
Yeah, it was more like she was cosplaying than actually playing it because
Mm.
I know I'm comparing a cartoon to real life, but it's like the cartoon version of Wonder Woman became the queen of fucking Atlantis. The
Exactly.
real life version of Wonder Woman, I don't get that same vibe from her. Like I don't get that same quality from her. Like I would much rather watch the cartoon than the real life movies.
Exactly.
And then like she don't really have to look at Wonder Woman either. I ain't trying to talk about her body like that, but like she don't really just look like Wonder Woman to me. You know what I'm talking about?
is it
Hmm.
because like the outfit is dark and it's not bright, or you just feel okay? Are you trying to say she's like the girl who played Captain Marvel in the Marvel movie right about now?
No, it's just like she doesn't like if you look at her when she's wearing the Wonder Woman costume, she looks like she's cosplaying. She don't look like how I would have expected them to cast Wonder Woman in real life. You know what I'm
You
saying?
said
Because Wonder Woman is a uh woman
very
who fights for women's rights. She stands up for a lot, and like that's what you were trying to see, the Wonder Woman who has a thing for Bruce Wayne and Superman.
Not
No.
even really that. It's just the energy that one. It's
listen.
just the energy for me.
When it comes to Wonder Woman, she's cold, but at the same time, she's straightforward.
Yeah.
She holds when Wonder Woman steps up, she holds power in the group. All right. You feel that. You feel the atmosphere when she
You
be
really
talking
do.
with the lead. So you know she got status here. With the woman one we saw in the live action, when she was talking amongst everybody, it was like she was just a like an extra crew member there with them.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that's just a Wonder Woman. Like she did a okay job, but like I feel like DC would
You
need
want
better
it to
than.
be more powerful.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I need Wonder Woman to actually like say it with her chest a couple of times. Like I feel like I feel like they kind of made her like too passive almost. If that make any sense. Cause
Cause
like
It
Wonder
does.
Woman, she hard as hell. She beat
yeah,
ass hard as hell. When she do business, she bad as hell. Like it's all focused with her.
Okay, so let me. Okay, when this is over and I have time, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch the two Wonder Woman movies and Justice League, and then I'm gonna see what y'all talking about.
cause it's like I'm gonna try to say it in this. The Wonder Woman in the movies, she, how can I put this? Sh
Here's the thing. I know just what you're trying to say. Okay, we all saw the shorts for Marvel, right?
yeah,
We saw how Captain Carter was, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If they would have gave us that energy from Captain Carter with Wonder Woman, that shit would have been. Oh,
Yeah,
it would have
cause
been.
yeah, cause like I was gonna say like with the Wonder Woman in the movie, she didn't give like that assertiveness that made the
Mm-mm,
Wonder Woman in the cartoons, make it seem like she actually knew what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Cause like they kind
Yeah.
of like they was trying to do too much with the Wonder Woman in the movies, of trying to make her like be this badass, but like they were trying to force it too much. That's what I've been trying to say. They tried to force too much out of the Wonder Woman in the movies instead of it just coming off naturally. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what I was saying.
Pretty
Like
much.
she doesn't have the look of like I'm a badass, like I could kill you type shit, like the Wonder Woman in the cartoons did. She don't have that look to me. That's what I've been trying to say.
Well, alrighty then. Well, in my opinion, another movie besides Wonder Woman, I would have to say like they finna do another Shazam movie with The Rock in it,
nope.
and I don't know about
Who
that one
who asked for it? Who asked for it? Everybody love the Rock. No down on
because
on
he's
my
finna
boy.
The Rock is finna play Black Adam, and I'm not gonna lie, the first Shazam movie I wasn't feeling it.
You
They
know if they
did too
no no.
much.
You know if they would have get nah, I can't even do that. Nah.
They did too much because they brought in too much in the first movie.
I mean, Shazam,
Because
like, I'm not the biggest superhero fan, so correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Shazam kind of in the same position that Black Widow is in? Like, he ain't really that popular enough to have his own movie.
Here's the
pretty
thing.
much because it's just a kid who turns
I can just say
into.
Shazam did I with the little kid version. Right? That was cool. But one needs to just keep running back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like DC is skipping over the stuff that'll make them money regardless. Like,
Just don't make another Superman movie, please. For the love of God, do not make
If you
another
do,
Superman movie.
I
no,
want the I want the continuation of Brightburn.
I was just about to say, if they do make another Superman movie, it does not need to be the same drawn out hero version of Superman. See, I done told you this a
Give
couple
me
times.
Brightburn.
If they need to either make Brightburn 2 or see, I don't know if you remember me telling you this, they need to make like it's that comic book story of where Superman like takes over the world basically.
I can take that. I
They
can
need to
take
make
that.
that
I
into a
take that.
live action movie. I will go watch that. But the same drawn out Superman stories we've been seeing, we don't need that anymore. Make
Like
something
Man of
different.
Steel, Man of Steel, it
Yeah,
was cool,
yeah, like Man of Steel
but
was cool, but do something different. Do something different.
do something different with do something major different with Superman. And if it's gonna be like that, make it animated. Don't make it live action no more. Cause
True.
I don't know if I can take that no more. I mean I love Clark Kent, but Jesus, I can't take him as Superman no more.
All
I
right,
really
so
can't.
All right, so
So
what we think overall?
I think like all the suggestions that we put out, like Teen Titans and uh a Robin couple of movies, like all of that, I think they should do it. Just do it right. And if you can't find the right actors to do it live action,
Do it
do
for
it
them.
right animated.
Zed, what you think?
I agree, and I definitely agree that they need to do the little short segment pieces for 'em, build up into their character, I mean into their movies. Or if they do the movies, give us a couple short segments after.
All I'm gonna say is the Teen Titans franchise. If they do it right, DC would DC would be over Marvel instantly. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then so we all in agreement. If they just do it right, they'll be on the map.
I
Of
agree.
course, I agree as well.
Alright. Alright, y'all, for our last segment of the day, it will be supervillains who need their own movie.
Hmm. Super
Doom,
villains who
Doom. I'm going off the bat with it right now. Doom.
Doom,
Zell, we already talked about
really?
this. We had this conversation, but apparently we have to have it again. Like me and T
Doom.
tried to tell you before. How?
What you mean? How? He already has an awesome ass backstory.
He dead.
Doomsday. No, Doomsday. Doomsday.
You said Doom. I'm thinking you talking about the
My
dude
bad.
from
Not
Fantastic
Doom.
Four.
Not his ass. No, Doomsday.
Okay,
Okay, Doom.
Doomsday. Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah, Doom. He dead. No,
Yeah. No,
but
my bad.
Doomsday. Nah, but Doomsday, I can see them doing that. And
Cause,
if
'cause
they do it, I wouldn't mind seeing the live action version of him killing Superman. Wouldn't mind seeing it.
but I want to see his origin
let the
story.
villain
When
let
they
the
tell his
villain win
origin
for once.
story, oh,
That's what I was saying. Like one movie could be his origin story. Then the next one, he kills Superman.
right,
Then roll credits.
road, oh, quick.
I'm dead ass. Like that would be the perfect ending to the movie. Roll credits. Like don't let him wake up after a magical kiss from Lois Lane. No, roll credits.
When they hear his ass
He
for
dead.
some kind of
He
weird
gone.
crime.
I'm for real. Like that. That would be the perfect lead up into the trilogy, would it not?
But another
it
thing
it
about that is
would.
that I'll put that in another segment. But okay, continue then. Cause y'all after this.
But yeah, that's what I was
I
saying. Like that would be the perfect sequence into the trilogy. If like he kills him, he's laying on the ground, everybody looking at him. Then you roll credits. That's the perfect movies. Perfect.
say Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. I'm tired of Scarecrow being a man that's just going crazy off of fumes. I
That
want the real.
that's what I've been saying for a while. Like I feel like if Scarecrow gets a horror movie, it would make him way better.
It
That's
would.
why I said Scarecrow. That leads up to him fighting Batman. Yes, Scarecrow.
Like
Make him
that would
serious
be
like you
cool.
did the Riddler.
Yeah, like keep him serious, but like make it a horror movie without Batman, but like just make it a horror movie where he wins, not where he gets thrown into the asylum or nothing like that. Just where he wins.
Exactly.
But Scarecrow would
Because
definitely be a good one.
I can't or Swamp Thing, but no, not really. Cause could you consider Swamp Thing a villain from DC?
As long as you don't come in his territory, he'll leave you.
You know who I wouldn't mind
Nah,
seeing?
so
I wouldn't mind seeing the Green Lantern villain get his own movie.
Oh, you talking about
Sinestro?
Sinestro?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Sinestro movie. I wouldn't mind it.
Well, yeah, true.
Color of
Because
yellow is fear.
he does achieve what his goal is. So I
I'm
can
just
see that.
saying,
But you never seen him after like that fucked up version of the Green
we
Lantern
don't
with
talk
Ryan
about that.
Reynolds
It
in it.
doesn't
No,
exist. We don't talk about it. It don't exist. It don't
I don't know
exist.
what you talking about.
What are you talking about? T, what you talking about? What you talking about?
I ain't talking about nothing. I'm just saying Sinestro need his own movie. You know.
Exactly, exactly. There is no Warren by Sing Se. There is no Green Lantern movie. Sinestro needs his own movie.
Let's throw on that. Would y'all go see a if it'll be hard to do? Would y'all go see a Penguin movie?
Who?
The Penguin.
No,
Penguin?
no,
Hell no.
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 You want to know
Uh-uh.
something? And it might be a little funny. If I wanted to go watch a Penguin movie, I would just go watch The Sopranos.
There you
That's
go.
that's
That's basically what the Penguin
Because the
is.
you can't really make the Penguin series like they tried to in this Batman. And I was like, okay, yeah, the Penguin's running money. That ain't nothing new. No, I can't. I can't go see the Penguin in movie theaters. I just can't.
Yeah, and
Or make a good Slade movie.
I'm gonna get back to that in 1 second. But I was gonna say,
Thank
if you are gonna do a Green Lantern movie, it needs to be John Stewart.
you.
It needs to be John Stewart, not just because he black or nothing like that, man. But I don't. I feel like that would be a way better version of Green Lantern to do. And plus, his little
And
saying
you need to
before
find
he
a good actor.
that too, and plus his little saying before he like uses his ring, you can make merch out of that. That's all I'm saying.
Plenty of the money.
Exactly. But back, but to who did you say you want to see a movie for?
Uh I was gonna say like Slade, do him
oh
real good.
uh,
Give him his own movie.
you know who they
True.
really need to do one of? If
Because think about it. Who is Slade for real? No one knows who Slade is.
no, the one who they need to do one of. I thought Deathstroke
No, no,
Uh-uh.
no.
because
I'm
hold
kind
on.
of with T on this one. I'd rather see Slade.
Because think about it. If you can like dive deep into figure out who Slade is, just like how you try to dive deep to figure out who Joker is before he became the Joker, that would give you like so much like what made him become Slade. What was his drive, his purpose to become this villain?
You
You
know,
see what I'm saying?
that could actually connect to the Teen Titan stuff I was just talking about because why like
Damn.
because that could be like a good mystery movie, but then you could lead that up to when Robin was having his like lit episodes like he was like seeing like visions of Slade and stuff.
Yeah, his
When Slade died and stuff.
Yeah, you
yeah,
could do something like that.
yeah. I think that was following along with his multi personality.
Yeah, cause like a Slade movie would really be cool, but it would have to be a detective movie. It don't need to
It
be
would
an
have.
action movie. It would have to be like a mystery, kind of like detective movie.
Oh, what's another villain that needs his own movie? Because I'm thinking a lot of like DC and Marvel and stuff like that. Cause I can't see Lex Luthor having his own movie.
Boo, boring bald dude.
I know, I know.
He's a boring bald dude. He's, I'm sorry, he does not need his own movie. He just don't.
No, not at all.
Cause eventually you'll have to bring in Superman to defeat him. Like they got so many villains.
Superman.
Because I'm not gonna.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Superman don't even do nothing to Lex Luthor. He just look at him, and then Lex Luthor just sit in that
Because
little stupid chair and be like, "I got kryptonite. Don't come near me. I got kryptonite."
Yeah, that,
Like that's all that they do. I got kryptonite. I'm gonna shoot you with it. I got kryptonite.
and it's
because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I think I'm tired of looking at the Joker at this point.
really
I am.
I can give
After Heath
y'all.
Ledger, I can't. He set the ball too high for anybody to play the Joker.
I can give y'all a couple right here, and I'm gonna let y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Poison Ivy, Dark Side, and Two Face.
But Two Face was a politician at one point.
Yeah, most of his shit to really go revolve around that.
I mean,
And
it could
then
be
on top of
possible.
that, can you really give him his own movie? Because when it's all said and done, he has to flip a coin to decide.
I,
And I don't want to go through the whole movie with him flipping coins.
I mean, if
I'm be
you,
like, nigga, give me that 50 cent over there because you flipping a little too much for me.
I mean, if you do it right, it could be good. Like it could be like his origin story, basically.
I can see it at the same time. It's gonna be hard to hold through though. Cause
Oh,
after he start, after if he ain't going like dirty politician under it, then yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. I need him to be. You know who I want him to be?
who?
I need him to be Lucius. I need him to be Lucius.
Lucius.
Yes. If Two
Lucius
Face start
from
moving
what?
from what you call it,
Is it from a?
Empire.
Not Lucy.
Did you literally just say
Well,
Empire?
not the actor. I'm talking about I need him to have that kind of atmosphere about him.
I didn't watch much Empire, so I don't know. But that don't really sound like it would be good.
Oh, trust me, it is. His character is.
Empire? Just to make sure we on the same subject. Empire?
Yes,
No.
his character move is it would make a perfect Two Face.
No, it wouldn't.
How not?
No. We no. Just
Because
no.
the whole reason Luke Two Face is how he is because
Empire Empire needs to stay where it's at.
no, no,
He
Empire
can't
is
even be no
no, no,
good villain
Empire no,
for
no, I'm
me.
talking about not the actor. I'm talking about just the way his character is. Say for instance, they could have
No. What could you possibly that had stuff to do with music. We talking about villains who's trying to kill
exactly.
and destroy
It's
the
a
world.
politician though, and that's mainly what Lucian really was—a politician.
What could what could Lucius do that he doesn't do? Or what could he do?
This
My
is
point
basically,
exactly.
you know what? Fine, fine. Who y'all think?
No.
I see how y'all think. How y'all
I
think?
can say Poison Ivy because like she was a scientist, next thing you know, turned villain. And you can do a lot with her character.
Hmm?
You can do a lot with her character.
You can do a lot with Poison Ivy, because like the thing about it is like you just kind of think about what DC villains is like. You gotta make them have a serious tone because like a lot of their villains end up being either comedic relief or just like not serious. So like you, so like
Because
it
think
kind of
about it.
messes with like their story or whatever. But like if you make Poison Ivy serious, then I could see a movie with Poison Ivy because then they doing all this stuff with Harley Quinn recently. They could go into a Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn movie.
They could.
Because think about it. Because Poison Ivy, she's killing you with her kisses. She has multiple like poison toxins in her veins and whatnot. You can take that seriously because if she wanted to, she could kill the whole world if she wanted to.
Cause I feel
You
like
get what I'm saying?
Because I feel like if you give any villain a proper build up, then they'll seem, better if they get the proper build up. A lot of the villains don't have a proper build up. That's why you can't really take them seriously or see them having their own movie.
True.
Because we've seen like the success that Harley Quinn got. And we already know about her, Joker, and stuff like that. But it's more to her than just, you know, being the Joker's girlfriend. Because at one point she became an actual hero, and at one point she actually went on the island where the Amazonians train and stuff like that. But if you want to make her a villain, you can. You really can, because you can do a lot.
True. It's a lot of
But
ways.
I was gonna say Galactus. You can do a lot with Galactus a little bit.
Galactus.
how would you do Galactus?
No.
Ooh.
Because
You don't
the only reason I asked that is because the only small glimpse we've seen of Galactus was in the second Fantastic Four movie.
Yep. And on top of that, if they do
mm,
end up bringing in Galactus, who is he gonna fight?
True.
that's a good question.
The
My
only person
bad.
he can fight
I
is the
retract my
Eternals.
statement. Look, I
Cause,
retract my statement.
cause then you gotta factor in how strong Galactus is.
Mhm.
And he's really strong. I think I'm confusing him with another villain because I think I told Marcus this. I'm confusing him. He's like that big dude from Marvel that sits in that chair and that be floating around and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Are
he's
you talking
that
about?
Is
dude.
that Galactic?
Is that
Like, is
Galactus?
that Galactic? Because
No,
I'm
that's not
confused.
Galactus. That's somebody
Like,
else.
help me out, y'all. Like, don't come for me in the comments. I'm trying over here, okay? But
But I mean, like Galactus wouldn't work because he would need somebody to fight, and like the way that they done him in the movies is like he's only fought the Fantastic Four, so it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
cause like he can't fight
or
the
I was gonna say
Avengers.
Demarmu.
That
Cause I was gonna say Demarmu because you like Demarmu was not always this cosmic being. He could have been a human at one point, and he got training from the wise one and then went evil. Like, you can do his origin story since you're doing Doctor Strange so much.
true. No, 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 no. We don't need the Marvel. You know who we need? Mephisto.
Who is that? I'm not
Mm.
too keen on who that
Mephisto
is.
is like the evil version of Doctor.
Ah, yeah. Like, I know who you talking about. It took me a minute. But yeah, that would be like him having his own supervillain movie though.
He would actually sell really well. Or
I
they
He
could do.
really would.
I'm trying to see who could they do.
I mean like
It's just a lot of villains out there
You
that
know,
can have their own movie.
one person, another who they could actually redo and give him a better story.
who
Bullseye. Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Who,
From Daredevil?
Yeah.
No.
When they showed him there, it was kind of an assy ass kind of move when they did it. Cause with Bullseye, he actually had a really good little story going for himself. He's like Deadshot.
No. I'm not finna go sit in no movie theaters to watch Bullseye.
that's like honestly like that's it from the way that he just described it. It's kind of like going to see like a Reverse Flash movie.
It really is. You don't want to see you about Thorn, and just like you see him enough in the TV series, in the cartoon, in the comics. No, you don't want to go see Bullseye. That's like going to see, like I said, Lex Luthor. No, you'll get bored.
Well, besides Mephisto, they could do Apocalypse.
I was thinking that. What y'all think about that?
Apocalypse. I would go see Apocalypse. I can't lie.
Apocalypse, for
Cause
Superman Apocalypse.
no, no, no. Apocalypse from DC. The one.
That's why I said Superman Apocalypse and all that.
No, 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 no. The one who was with the X Men. The one who X Men had to defeat.
Oh,
He was Apocalypse as well.
oh. Hold on, X Men is Marvel. That's not DC.
Y'all was about to
Yes,
say
but there's
that's Marvel.
Apocalypse. But no, they had an Apocalypse in there too.
It's two of them. It's
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said the one with Superman, because you kept saying DC and you was
Nah.
like, no, no, and I'm like, that's the only one. Then when you said X Men, I was like, the mutant.
Yeah, their Apocalypse. I feel like if they gave his origin story better, it would have been. It would. His story is actually pretty dope. before
think
he
I
actually.
want to see another X-Men movie,
No, no, no. It's not X Men. It's his story. It's his story. It's him
but
and
I
his.
just don't want to see nothing dealing with X-Men. Period. Even with they villains like Magneto, I wouldn't even want to watch no movie with him.
You know, oh
Like
no.
you, like it's too many. What I'm saying is, it's too many villains in DC who do deserve their own movie. It's just how you portray it and how you do it right. Because retrospect, Marvel villains, I do not want to see.
Let me ask y'all this: would y'all want to see a movie of Thor's sister coming back?
No.
Not really, because I don't even want to see the new Thor that's coming out, Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna go see that. No, that ain't got
I
nothing to
even
do with
saw the trailer for that. That made no sense.
it. It got nothing to do with me.
That's why I said in our last episode, Marvel should really just go sit down. They have nothing else to do.
No, no, they can think of something out the hat.
But will
Now,
it
I
be
will
good?
give
Is the
Marvel
point.
this. I will give Marvel this. I am enjoying Moon Knight. I am enjoying Moon Knight on Wednesdays. So I give them that. That's why I said in the last episode they should stick to doing TV series instead of movies.
A lot of these TV series be just kind of it be weird now. Cause I like Moon Knight, but at the same time,
But DC, I mean not DC, Marvel don't really have some villains for me to be like, oh, I would love to go see his movie. I I can't see myself getting hyped for that. Now
mm,
for some DC villains, yes. I would hype myself up so good to go see that. Like Scarecrow. Make that into a horror movie. I'm down for it. I'm
mm-hmm.
down for it.
That's what they try to sell Morbius as a fucking horror movie, but at the same time, well, it wasn't horror, but a, a, a person fighting with good and bad. And
So to the conclusion of this, okay, what you think?
Um, for right now, I'm gonna go with Scarecrow because I really would love a Scarecrow horror movie. I feel like that would be something different that they haven't done because most of the superhero movies we see now are just action and stuff. So a Scarecrow horror movie would be the thing I would want to see.
I want to see a Doomsday. I want Doomsday all the way. I,
Sam?
if they do him right, I swear to God, DC will be so hard on the left for me with them.
Say that Slade movie for me, because I would love a good mystery and try to figure out who Slade is and how he came to be. I go watch that. But I agree with all y'all. Doomsday and Scarecrow, yes, I would go see that. I'd be so hyped. Give me that.
Mm.
Yeah, that'd definitely be dope. But that'll wrap it up for episode 3, y'all. Let us know what y'all think in the comments and leave your suggestions for what y'all think we should talk about next. We'll catch y'all next week. See y'all later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
Peace, beautiful people.